Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, the strong style nerd, strong style cinephile, and it was Groundhog Day on Arrow. So let's geek about that for a scant few minutes. Now, not a lot of things happened in this episode, yet it was a kind of a monumental episode for the development of Oliver and his final journey as we approach the crisis and the end of Arrow, and possibly the end of Oliver Queen. Now, the episode picks up, well, it doesn't exactly pick up, because last episode, we were left with the bombshell reveal of Lila working for the Monitor. Oliver, Diggle, and Laurel found out they were on the rooftop with her. They got tranked, and then that was the end of the episode. Wake up, Oliver's on his couch. His kids and Connor come in, and he finds out that he's late for an event that involves the mayor. The mayor, we find out, is a returning Paul Blackthorne, Quentin Lance. Of course, this season has been about revisiting old friends in familiar places, so of course, Quentin Lance has got to come back. He's an integral part of the show. So it's cool to see him back in his role as the mayor. Now, things at this event get interrupted because there's a bomb, or there's a hostage situation. I'm getting ahead of myself, sorry about that. There's a hostage situation at SCPD. They want to talk to the mayor. They want the mayor, or Lance is like, hey, you might want to change your clothes, says that to Oliver, because they need the man in green. So they go, mayor goes in, Oliver tries to go in through the back way, takes out some thugs, and then turns out the last guy has a bomb, then blows up. Oliver wakes up in his bed again. He realizes that he's in a time loop. It's a Groundhog Day situation. Goes back, tries to do things differently. And Quentin ends up lasting a little bit longer, but still ends up getting killed. Next thing you know, Laurel gets wrapped up in it, and they're both on this time loop journey. And it's funny, Lance's reaction to it when Oliver tells him, hey, we're in a time loop, and he just kind of takes it like, okay, what do we need to do? And Oliver's like, really? He's like, yeah, because he's got daughter that came back to life twice, other daughter, surrogate daughters from another Earth, and whole time travel, a whole bunch of other things that he's seen. He's just kind of like to the point where Diggle, it's kind of like where Diggle years ago was kind of having these reactions, these jaw-dropping reactions to everything that he was seeing. Now he's kind of like, it happens. And Lance is kind of that mind. We're like, it happens, we've seen it. So Laurel and Oliver scheme to fix the problem, and they just keep extending the time that Lance is on Earth among the living, and then he ends up dying anyway. So Laurel quickly gets tired of the game and just wanted her chance to say goodbye to Lance, to say some things she had never got a chance to say to him, to show him that she was a better person because of him. She got to do that. She got out. That was the thing. They had to learn and figure out what they were going to get from this time loop hallucination type of thing. The one thing Oliver had to learn was he was going to die. He needed to be okay with dying. He was railing against the idea of inevitability, which I think we all get to at some point. I know we all don't have specific times that we know, okay, I'm going to die on this date, on this month of this year. So we don't have that going for us, but we know life is fleeting. Our time on this earth is short compared to our time in the next. I'm a firm believer in that. You may not be, that's fine, but I am. And the idea that you have to make peace with the end, people who are terminal patients and stuff like that, they have to, it's almost like Oliver's a terminal patient of some kind of disease or whatever, where he's just trying to get he's told, hey, make sure you get your affairs in order before the end. So that's what he's trying to do. At least now he's trying to do. Before, he was trying to fight against the idea. Oliver's a rebel. He wants to do things his own way. And he was trying to find a way to get around the fact that he's going to die. And then this episode, this test of the Monitor, was just to get him to accept inevitability. The crisis is coming. That is inevitable. The crisis is going to require a sacrifice. Many sacrifices. That is inevitable. You might have to die. You've been told by the Monitor that you will die, that you will sacrifice yourself. That is inevitable. And this episode was about Oliver coming to grips with that information, with that reality. Like I said, David Ramsey directed the episode. It was a fun episode, I think. I mean, the Groundhog Day theme, it's tried and true. It's been done on Legends of Tomorrow. It's been done on The Flash. I don't know if it's ever been done on Supergirl. Somebody can tell me that, because I don't watch that show outside of crossovers. But it was a fun episode. for what it did. I like the action, the movement, the kinetic movement of the action scene towards the end where Oliver's making that last ditch effort to save Lance. I'm gonna steal some of that like camera movement stuff. I just love it. But it was a fun episode. Oliver learned that he needs to accept death, and I think he's going to be more content going forth for the next couple episodes that he's around, because we've got Crisis. Next week, they're on Leanne Yu. They woke up in purgatory after Oliver learned his lesson. He and Laurel woke up in a tent, and then they go outside. They meet up with the kids and Diggle, and they find out they're on Leanne Yu for the last test, last mission. So remains to be seen who they're going to be fighting against next week. But like I said, all in all, it was a fun episode. Not a whole bunch happened because of the Groundhog Day, so things are just repeating, scenes are just repeating. So we've got that gag of, you know, Oliver finishing people's thoughts and sentences and stuff as he just goes over and over and stuff like that. But a lot did happen because, like I said, Oliver learned to accept the inevitable of his death and to be content with it and to make peace with it and to make peace with the others around him while he has time to just savor the time that he has with his children and his friends while he has time, because time is fleeting and time is nearly run out of the hourglass for Oliver Queen and for Arrow. So anyway, like I said, pretty fun episode. I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It was fun. Can't wait till next week. Can't wait till Crisis. So excited for Crisis. Just the teasers have got me just hyped, just seeing who's there. And just the idea that Sarah Lance, the one true canary of the Arrowverse, is coming in part 1 after sitting out last year's crossover. I'm so geeked. It almost makes up for us not getting Jessica DeGale back as the Huntress, which I don't care if they Photoshop her in or just put her in the show, please. Anyway, those are some of my thoughts on it. What do you guys out there think? More importantly, let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media this weekend, this Saturday. I know you'll probably be sleeping off the itis from your turkey and stuff, but Saturday, I'm back in the building, MPX. Last time I was in the building, I lost my prospect title in the 3-way match. I'm still salty about that, let me tell you. There's one solid relief for that, and that's kicking somebody in the face. Lost my title, so I'm gonna come back, take some teeth. How about that? MPX, Bedford, Texas, this Saturday. Don't know who I'm in the ring with, don't know what I'm doing. I'm in the building, I'm on the show. So come see me do what I do, going places, kicking faces, the strong style nerd. In the meantime, let us geek.